Hi, welcome to our home. So welcome. We are in the entrance of my home, and I have here an inherited heirloom that I absolutely love, this table. But I decorated it with more of the neutrals and the greens that you'll see when you come on in a little bit further. I've kind of done a more natural setting. So in the entrance here of our home, I have this wrought iron tree, and it stays out year-round. I decorate it for every season. Even if the rest of the house isn't decorated, the tree always will be. It's one of my favorite things, and I've had it for a number of years. And yeah, I just thoroughly enjoy it. A man somewhere in Murray made it several years ago. So it's a welded wrought iron. Here in the entrance, I did want to display my willow tree nativity scene because of obviously this is the reason for the season, and I want to make sure that that is proudly displayed up front. So this room is what we lovingly refer to as the men den because this is where my husband and my son play games. But anyways, we decorated it in a nutcracker theme because I thought that was masculine, and did all kinds of nutcrackers on the tree. And I've got a few nutcracker accessories up towards the gaming area. This is the one room that has blue and reds in it. Each room and area of my house kind of is separate in the decor, but this one we went with the blue and red and black theme, and then if you come around the corner, we actually have more of a Santa Claus area. So now we're up in the front part of the men den in what we call the piano room, and I did this part with Santa Clauses. I had tons of Santa Claus knickknacks, and mainly my Coca-Cola Santa from my childhood that I wanted to make sure I had on display. So this is the Santa Claus area. This piano I had as a child. It is very, very old. My parents bought it. They bought this for me when I was a child and took piano lessons. And then when Brian and I bought this house, they said, hey, you've got more room than me, so why don't you take it with you? So it has sat here ever since. We've lived here for 25 years, and this piano has been here ever since. Unfortunately, no one in my family plays the piano, so it's a little out of tune, but it's a lovely piece, and I think it's very historical and beautiful. And so then I accented it with, again, more of the Santa Claus and red and white theme. Brian and I actually did a little artwork here, and we painted these tobacco sticks, Santa Claus. I think this one's mine, and that one down there is my husband's. But I thought it looked cute, and just gave it a little whimsy here in the corner. So coming through the entrance is the dining room, and I continued that more neutral and green theme in here. Of course, I always have to have my navy blue because I love blue. But I have lots of different pieces. This again was done more in the neutrals and the greens and the woodland theme, I guess you'd say. And I tried to carry that around in all the decor in the china cabinet. And then if you go on around into the living room, you'll see the tree that also matches this same theme. A lot of people really like my table. I guess I can talk about it. It's actually two tables side by side. We bought them. We had one originally and bought the second one for my daughter's wedding. And then originally I was going to sell it, and my husband said, no, let's just put them together. And so I love it because we can set 12 here all the time, and then it also butterflies out where we can seat 20 in the dining room, which is unusual for a lot of people to be able to seat that many. I did do, the plates are new this year, the green and white tree theme to go with the theme of the room. And of course I had to top it off with a little bell. I always have to have a little something on the place setting. And just for a little added touch, I did add the little blue velvet bows on the back of these wooden chairs. I thought it just needed a little something, and you know, of course I love blue. Now we're in the living room, which is just right off of the dining room. So I did want the two trees to coordinate. I am going to give a shout out to Tina Stewart. She did come in and help me with this tree and the one in the dining room and the display that was above the hutch. But anyways, so they are the blues and the naturals and the greens and the pine cones, because you know I love nature also, and just wanted something different. This is the first year we've done this. We used to have a lot of reds in here, and this year I said out with the red, in with the green. Along with the natural theme, I did bring in nutcrackers again in here. We've got the nutcrackers here, and then brought them back up onto the mantle. And I thought it turned out pretty good. On this side over here, there's actually a set of 5 nutcrackers that I painted and made, so I had to add that as well. With this, the stockings, I had to have one for my husband and I, and we have 2 children. I have a son-in-law, and we have a granddaughter and a grandson on the way in January, so he has his own stocking here too, even though he won't be here until after Christmas. I'm sure he'll still get lots of goodies from Santa. So the lantern here, I just put a jingle bell in it this year and a bow, but it stays out all year long, and I just change it out. Sometimes it'll have a candle in it, sometimes it'll have pumpkins in it for Thanksgiving. Just kind of depends. Stars for the 4th of July. And so I just really like it. It was left over also for my daughter's wedding. So on this piece, we have a reindeer, which I actually leave out all year long because we have so many deer that run around in the backyard. Since we're here on the lake, I just leave him out, as well as the lantern, and I also, you know, change it out for the seasons or just have regular decor in it most of the time. So now we're in the nursery. It has a deer theme for Christmas, the little baby deer, and with a lot of pinks and blues and greens, because it's going to be the nursery for all my grandchildren, not just my granddaughter. When I saw this little deer, I had to get it. Now, it is not old, even though it looks like one of the blow molds from years ago. It is new, and I did paint this little collar pink to kind of match the tree. But I actually found him at Walmart last year, so he's only a year old, but I thought it went with the theme I had going for the tree. So now we're in our kitchen, and in here I decided to go with a gingerbread theme because I thought that made perfect sense. But I also have, since we have a fireplace in here, I do have stockings again for all the family. And then the large gingerbread tree. This is one of 3 trees we have in the kitchen. And I loved all the bright colors. This is the only place you'll really find the red besides the Minden up in the front. And of course, on top of the fireplace here, I had to put my little Noel salt and pepper shakers. Those were my mother's, and she passed about 10 years ago, and I inherited a lot of her things, and that was one of the things I had to make sure that I put out each and every year because it just means so much. This tree here is our family tree. It has all the ornaments on it from my childhood, ones that I had even made as a child, the ones my kids made when they were children, or the ones that we've collected over the years. It also has a lot of photograph ornaments of my family that highlight, significant things that have happened. So this tree is a new addition this year. After talking about having limited space on my big tree, a friend of mine suggested that I pull all my ornaments off from my travels and do a travel tree. And so that's what we did this year, just highlighting various places that we've been over the years. And I hope to add lots and lots more ornaments to it. This is a somewhat new addition this year. I've had these ornaments all my life. They were my grandmother's, and they were passed down, and they've been kept preciously in a box for all these years, and I decided last year to get them out. And I actually bought a tinsel tree for them last year, but it just didn't seem to highlight them like I wanted to, so I did find this old carton and decided to display them in it. So I really like them. They're very, very old. So that is my Advent box. It needs some work. So it used to be a different color, and I painted it this year, and I am not satisfied with it, but I put it out anyways because Advent's getting ready to start, and I think I probably will do some more painting on it after the season, but I really enjoy it. I've had it for a number of years. The kids used to love to get their little goodies out of it every day in December for Advent. We're on our screened-in porch. It's not a big porch, but it's nice. It's off of our bedroom, our kitchen, and our sunroom. So it has 3 different entrances we can all come out and enjoy. And we just decided to put a tree out here just for the light because it just looks really pretty, we thought. And also you can see it from the lake. And there is a lone ornament on here because it was left in the box and I didn't take it off. And so we have a lone ornament, but imperfection is perfection, right? Entrance to our basement is all Big Blue Nation. We are a huge University of Kentucky Wildcat family, and we've got it pretty much full on the way down, and then the basement's full of memorabilia as well. Everyone knows we are Wildcat fans, so a lot of times for Christmas we will get ornaments, and so we put them all on this tree. I have another one around the corner that actually stays out year-round, but we love all of our Wildcat memorabilia and all of our ornaments, and love our Wildcat tree. The ornaments here on the chain, I have been collecting since I graduated from UK in 1992, and I have 30 years worth of ornaments, and ending in 2022 when the company decided to no longer manufacture them. But I think it works out really well because I graduated in 92, my son graduated in 22, so we have 30 years of ornaments between us. And of course I also have to have my UK nutcrackers. One of my most treasured items is the Kentucky there with the hand-painted scene from Rupp-Arena that my daughter and son gave me for Christmas a couple of years ago. They had a gentleman in Lexington paint that, and I just love it. So now we're in one of our spare bedrooms, and I am one of those people that even though no one is going to be in the bedroom more than likely, I still want it decorated because what if we have a guest? So it's just a really colorful, fun tree, and I just really think it's a lot of fun. And this is another item that I have had. It was in my home when I was a child. It was my mother's. I believe she may have painted it. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it has been in my family for as long as I can remember, and I just love her. So this is our lake theme tree because of course we live at the lake, and we have a lot of lake memorabilia in this room. This is our bunk room that we use for guests or for hopefully tons of grandkids in the future. This is under our deck. We use this as access to our pool, but we spend a lot of time out here in the summer, obviously, not this time of year, but I thought we still needed a tree out here because this is one of our favorite areas in the summer, and we just wanted to enjoy it. So I started getting ready for Christmas about 2 weeks ago. My husband and my son drug out about, I'm gonna say 25 totes of items for me, and it took about 2 weeks to get it all done. It does take a while, but I like to go ahead and get it out early. I used to, up until about 4 years ago, be one of those people that didn't decorate until the day after Thanksgiving. But now I do go ahead and do it early, and I leave it up probably through at least mid-January, towards the end of January, because I love all the twinkle lights. Thank you for stopping by my house to take a look around, and I hope you have enjoyed it. I enjoy putting it out. So Merry Christmas, everybody.